And welcome back to... Let me do this. And welcome back to our 7th episode, if not 6th. Hey, it's been a long time.
Since when?
What do you mean since when?
It's your 7th episode since when? Since the inception?
Yeah.
No, that's not enough.
It's like an introduction, but I don't agree afterwards.
Oh gosh.
So welcome back, guys. I am with the lovely Opelo. Before we begin, today's episode proudly brought to you by BW3D Printing. You think it, we print it. They're the guys that make these beautiful ornaments here. By the way, please grab a coaster.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, BW3D Printing. You think it, we print it. I can do a jingle for you, you know?
But tell me, you're also into business, I guess.
Yeah.
And what exactly do you do? I know it's more fashion. Good,
How
I don't
do I say
understand.
that?
Is it? Do you make clothes from scratch, or embroidery, the design, the logo, things like that?
When you ask me like that, it's like, it's a subtle compliment. Because sometimes when I'm wearing things, my friends be like, you made that one, right? I'm like, no, I bought it from the shops. And like, yeah, we could never tell because you're so good at this thing. So, but the thing is, I do make clothes from scratch because my favorite part of my job is called technical pattern design. So what that means is we redraw what makes up a t-shirt in a template that we are going to soon use to make that t-shirt in a paper. Sometimes the paper is hard, sometimes it's softer. So we map the t-shirt out and then we save it. So that's called technical pattern design. It can be done manually. It can be done with CAD software systems. So that's the first step, into making garments. So the fact that I'm an expert in that area means, yes, I do make clothes from scratch. So you could never tell, out of all the things I'm wearing, did I make them or did I buy them? Because it's also not about fashion, like the red carpet and, my boss's evening gown or whatever. It's really about functional clothing. Where I start to make clothes is like, when in textile and clothing design, one of the first few topics you answer is, why do we wear clothes? And we wear clothes to protect ourselves and to cover our bodies. And that's a fundamental answer to the question, because a business answers a question, and the question is, why do we wear clothes? To protect ourselves and to cover our bodies. So my making of clothes is for those two things first. When it gets to fashion is when there's a certain niche, I can go there, but my big niche is at the fundamental need of clothes. The short answer is, yes, I make clothes from scratch.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
But usually when people ask you that, though, why do you wear clothes? Like, don't you ever get a response? No, but like, why now?
Imagine. Yeah, I mean, I started watching Shaka Ilembe, and the first thing I saw is the woman wearing
podium.
I was like, amazing boobs. In criminology, there's something called organized crime.
Yes.
I don't know the actual definition. And then there's just like Bulgari and whatever, which Bulgari can happen during organized crime. But my thing is, organized crime is people who consciously sit down like Nkosi and Opelo on this podcast and say, listen, the center is going to close on the 20th, right? All right. Auntie knocks off at 6 p.m., right? Right. How many cameras are here? And then we organize, right? And the people who organize crime like that, they're very conscious. People who just like so happen to get high and go do Bulgari, they're not so very conscious. Not all the time.
Yeah.
We need our next dose sometimes, or need next meal. na since go sena se ke dira na tla ke go tswa ke re ba na le dio tsa teng ga ba re dinele. That's how some of these kids think when it comes to robbing people.
At some point, I used to want to be a criminal as well, you know, because of the movies, Cops and Robbers.
Which movie particularly?
When I was a kid, when I did this other movie, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Bad Boys. So of course we all wanted to be, you know, Will Smith, kind of Martin Lawrence, but I always wanted to be the other guy. You know, what the guys are chasing after, because it's like the thrill of it, man. It's,
oh my God, you're addicted to bad thrill.
No, I mean, I think like somewhere as well. You know, like Escobar, like those type of people, like drug lords. Apparently, but they do that because of like it's just who they are. You know, it's in their nature, it's in their blood. They're also doing it for the thrill. Life without crime for them is not life. They still do it because it's just it's in their blood. It's just who they are, you know.
I can believe that. I'm only asking because I've also like thought that crime is sexy in the movies.
Yeah.
The plot twist, cinematography, the lifestyle. It looks easy. So I can say it's exciting for me to watch, but I'm not sure this will work out in B-Dub.
Yeah, it can't. I mean, look at these guys. Baban's already catch and transit heist. All of them, okay, maybe most of them.
Most of them, but
yeah. And
that's stupid.
I wonder, like, every time when they analyze the footage, you know, it's available to us.
Yeah.
Like, but why Mutakwanera? You know what I mean? Hey, even with this yeah, is that phase 2?
Phase 2. I think it was early last year or early this year. I don't remember, but
wow.
Yeah. I
think at that point,
like it was just like, but you had all the money, you could have done this thing. But anyway,
I think there comes a time as well whereby, you know, when all this is happening and you realize, oh, you know what, holy shit, I think I'm done for. I think this is it. It's over.
It actually happens for everything that you do, which is not morally right. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything that you do in your daily routine, which is not. At some point, you realize, and then guess what? You continue to do it because it's a habit. It's within you.
Yeah.
You know, I have a friend who, you know, the late rest in peace, Bobo Zebe.
No. Bobo Zebe.
Bobo Zebe. I don't know him personally, but he was like a crime organizer in Botswana.
Is it
top crime organizer, if I should say so? Maybe I don't know enough top crime organizers.
Yeah.
But to me, he was the ultimate. You know. There once was a fake bomb scare. Go statistics gonna go guy or up a house, something like that. It was because of that guy. He called and he said, "Listen, there's a bomb in the building," and then there's a bomb in the building. People then they were evacuated, and then boing boing boing. There's no bomb in the building. I don't know what Bobo wanted to do in that building, I think he managed to do it. And I think he wanted to steal information. I don't know. But that's how
information. Go statistics.
You'll never know. You'll never know. You know that data is the second or the first selling commodity in the world.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah. After body parts. So, it's not funny. So, I met Bobo when I was in 2000.
You met him?
11. Not like that. So okay. I'm with my friend and she says, go Game City, because I was schooling by Boto. So we walked to Game City to Muhiri's shop. So Haritsanako Muhiri's shop, then is my friend and then her friend and then Bobo. Kante, the whole time we were there, I didn't know what was going on. I was so naive, you know. The whole time I was there, Bobo was trying to swindle Muhiri of some BlackBerry phones. You know, like produce something like a fake PO, then get the phones, then something of that sort was happening during that. transaction. Nna ke tsela gore ke na le batho hela no re ile go reka phone go bokete and then kante this guy is literally here to steal. After that he'll just disappear and he'll be off the radar. So that was his life. Like crime was in his blood.
Yeah.
I only found out like weeks later when my friends like, "Yo, you don't know this guy?" It's him. I'm like, what? So it's him, and it is unfortunate. He passed away 2-3 months ago. You know what happened?
What happened?
He and his friends went to a restaurant at 8 Design or something like that. By Sokhloa. They ate, they drank, and then they left the scene and they were asked to pay the bill. Then they refused. Then he ran away. He ran to the highway that goes to Pakalane and he got hit by a combi. If you knew him, you would know that this is not the type of guy for Tatsuli Kotlel.
So as he was running away, they were chasing after him.
Apparently.
Oh, bad.
Then he lost his life there. He died during crime.
Hi.
And we all miss him. Yeah, because he kept us entertained with the crime. Listen, your leaders are doing worse crimes than probably
crime
here.
doesn't pay, guys.
It's paying the leaders.
Oh, true. Hey, I mean,
so
okay, allegedly.
So to some extent, crime is sexy. To some extent, to women,
you'll
to
be
women,
attracted
to women, yeah.
To a man who's into crime than a man that works in 95.
Normally, some women find attraction in that.
Okay, wait.
Okay, so you're saying
a woman no got to do more the show.
So what are you asking me?
Hey, would you be attracted to a man? Or would you find a man who does crimes like not necessarily Bonnie and Clyde, movies still on our crime one day. Okay, anyway, but basically, if your man does crime, hey,
sexually, yes, but not to find this person as a life partner. Just sexually. Just sexually. If I'm to be transparent. Yeah.
Damn. I mean, it explains a lot. It explains why the beautiful girls would go for the bad boys. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you just get sex out of him and then leave? How did you get into a relationship with this person? That's my question.
Is it not more of what do you call this?
It's a trap. They get trapped.
Like he's your trophy boyfriend.
Yeah. And you get trapped, and you actually there's a cycle. There's a psychological cycle that you fall into, and then you find yourself just with this person.
That's dangerous.
Very.
That is very dangerous. I mean, these are some of the things that I think about. I have a daughter now. I think, God, I just look at her sometimes and wonder, by the time she's 21,
listen, I've dated a thug. Yeah, before.
What kind of thug? Like
Magnificente. With the Magnificent, what you Popeye?
Yeah, the Boondocks. That was my favorite Popeye. Yeah.
Magnificent.
Like a proper logo to street.
I was 15, underage. And this guy was, I think he was 23. All right. And he was my now close friend's, brother. They're totally two different people with the same blood.
Wow.
So how did that happen? I think we met after school, instead of going home, you take a walk around the street to show people that I'm now in high school, we walk as a group of girls, and this guy stops me. Hi, baby, how are you? I'm just like, oh, leave me alone. But I'm like, oh, who's this elderly guy looking for me? You understand? Give him attention. Next thing, he'd be like, I'll wait for you after school tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm thinking that's attention because... there was a lot of attention I was getting, more than I was getting from my own daddy. So, that's how we started dating. He'll wait for me after school. Sometimes he'll pick me from my house, take me to school, and I thought that was love. That's amazing.
But what was your mom when this guy's picking you up from your house?
Exactly. Like maybe my parents would have left much earlier to work. To work because they'll be working a bit far, and then I'll be left at home. So that's how we started dating, and at some point I was like, no, this guy's toxic. You know, he took my phone because he's like, yeah, phone. I'm just like, wait, what? Can a man take your phone and and actually say when I'm actually not? Wait, I'm jollering with you only. You know, so that happened. It ended up at the, luckily enough, I have an aunt who was affiliated with the station commander. I called the station commander. Then they get him, they cuff him, they throw him in the cell. Hang on a phone, give me my phone. I'm like, you know, but here's the thing. His mom was upset with me.
Ooh.
Like, and that's how I see that parenting can go south.
Oh yeah.
His mom said, I'm the one who's causing his son to act like this. And trust me, at my age right now, I know there's a contribution I did first of all, by enabling an elderly person to be in my life. 2, by not telling him, listen, this is where it stops. So I've enabled him and giving him power in my life. That was my accountability. But she was saying as if I taught her son how to be a crime leader, how to abuse women, take their phones, throw them away, you know, because he took my phone and he peed on it. He just like whipped his wonky and then peed onto my phone. So anyway, now his mom was blaming me for all this behavior. And I thought, wake up. How do you... I have known your son only for like a year. You've known this child for 24 years. How do you think I'm the cause of all this misbehavior? You know? Her parent, I'm sorry, I love her so much because we're now friends, but I'm sorry, but she's the cause of all what her son is going through, because she's like the bigger enabler in all this. So I've dated a thug before and he was selling drugs, hardcore drugs.
Did he by any chance also like make you sell, like get you into his line of work?
No, I think he was selfish with the profits, the money, you know. He didn't want me to share.
Well, yeah, there's that, but I mean, even if I got saying I get nah,
he never got to do that. I think I don't know if I should say I believed him, and I still believe him now, when he said, I don't want you to be in the value chain of the drugs. Let me sell the drugs. If you need money, I'll give you, but I don't want you to do anything with drugs. Yeah, that's one thing he protected me from. Yeah.
And you're not afraid what was going to come after you? After like when we report you saw drunk and things like that?
Actually, I wasn't. I was young. And also because the station commander said, I got my ass on you, dog. I felt safe. That's all, honestly.
Where is he now? Is he alive?
Yeah, we bump into each other once in a month. Also because he doesn't stay far away from where my parents stay. So, yeah, so we bump into each other and I act like he did. He did. That nigga did to me.
OP.
But his sister,
yeah,
we talked like literally we were on a phone call this morning. Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know. I have a weird life. Because you could literally make 10 episodes out of my life.
Guys, I think with that story, let's just end here. We're running out of time.
But don't date thugs.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Micro-monitor your children and find out what they're up to, who they're dating. If it means you invading into their privacy, do that. Because when children are idling, every chance they get, they can F up. Like, I met that nigger when I was about to close schools. So it took 2 weeks of schools closure for me to get into that cycle. So micromanage your kids and make sure you know everything about them. If it means you put a spyware onto their laptop, do that. If your kids are not doing sports, they're not in a music band, they're not spending their time in recreational work and leisure, know that they're more exposed to the dangers of crime, abuse, drugs, and all of that. Trust me, I know, because I'm from there. I mean, I'm having post-traumatic stress from some of the things I encountered, but I'm coping. But you wouldn't want your child to cope later in life. You want them to just not go through that.
Yeah.
Protect them. Some people say, yeah, but children learn as they go through things. Trust me, you don't want your child going through some of the things. You want your child to learn through falling and scraping their knee, not from slipping into a tablet of ecstasy. You don't want them to learn through that. You want them to learn by harmless hum.
Yeah.
I
get you.
Rather. Please. I can't imagine how it must be hard to be a parent in this age.
OP. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
I'm also going to take that advice into consideration. I am going to take that advice, actually. I am.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, this has been my lovely guest, OP, from Leswidi Diaries.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more. Where can people find you, by the way?
Nowhere. I'm a ghost.
Wow, I'm in your business. Come on. What's up with OP? Where do we go?
Just check me on my Instagram, Leswidi Diaries. Like all the pictures on my page, share them on your stories, please, and message me, DM me. My number is right there on my page.
Lovely.
Hopefully next year I'll have a website, and then people can directly buy from the website. Right now, just hit like, subscribe, hit the bell thing, and then you'll get all the updates from the
Lovely stuff. And do the same thing for BW3D Printing and Joe's show.
Yeah.
With that being said, we are out, people.